Hi everybody, we're back from our Disney holiday and it's time for me to do a bit of a haul video. Okay, so I don't normally do these videos. Lucy does all of this sort of stuff and I normally stay out of it, but you know what? I've just finished doing the last load of washing. It's in there now. I've got another load out hanging up and I thought it was time for us to share some of the stuff that the Fletchers got on our holiday this time. So just to start off by letting you know, on this trip, Lucas had his Go Henry card. So we started giving him pocket money through a card this time, which he could use abroad. So he had saved money. His grandparents had given him some cash as well. So he had a lump sum of money that he could spend, and he had very definite ideas about what he wanted to buy. Ollie, on the other hand, he's only 5 years old, and so we were still supplementing him. He still got money from his grandparents, but we were buying things for him to try and compensate for the fact that Lucas had his own money to spend. I'm going to start by showing you the things that I got first, and then I'll show you what the boys got as well. So first up, some really basic stuff. I've said before on the show, I collect the coins from Disney. So I bought a load of these. The price has gone up. They're €3 each now instead of 2, which is a bit of a bind, but they're still great. Some of them are ones I've got already. I like to get them anyway because it's got the year on the back. So even when I've got the ones with the same pictures on, so like Star Tours and Pirates of the Caribbean, I still buy them anyway because it's got a different date on it. However, there are some really nice new ones. So there's a 2022 coin there. You won't be able to see them properly, I guess. There's a 30th anniversary coin there as well. And then this one's really special. This is for the Avengers campus. And this one is silver, which is unlike all the other ones, which are all gold. So that is pretty cool. So I picked that one up in the mission equipment store in Avengers campus on our last day. And then, yeah, the others are all ones that I already had, but I've got new versions of them. Okay, so that's the first lot. Now, what else did I get? Well, I actually got a couple of pins this time. I've never been a pin person, but as I've walked around Disney this time, I've realised how cool the pins are. And one of them was one that I absolutely had to have. So we were dining in Waltz on our second day on the Tuesday, and the pins were back in stock there. They were €13 each, but I thought it was worth it. So I've got this 30th Anniversary Waltz Pin, which I'm really, really pleased with. So that's going to go on my notice board upstairs. I got another pin, but this is the really cool thing. Okay, so Lucas decided that with his money, he wanted to get everyone presents. So he kept disappearing off and buying things for people. He got a keyring for Laura with an L on it and Mickey on it, which is lovely. He got a what did he get for Ollie? Oh, he got a pin for Ollie, which I'll show you later. And he got me this Phantom Manor pin. So we were in the shop at the Sequoia Lodge Hotel and we were looking at all the pins there, and I happened to mention that I thought this one was pretty cool and I might get it. And he disappeared off and bought it for me. How cute is that? What a lovely little boy he is, eh? So I only bought two other things for me really on this trip. The first one is this. This is the top secret blueprints of Avengers Campus. So inside it is a massive blueprint of the whole of the land, showing you how it used to be before it became what it is now. It's really cool. I think they were giving these out free to people when Avengers Campus originally opened, so on the first day. So I spotted these and I thought I have to have one. I think it cost €12 it cost. €12, not too bad, I didn't think, for something a little bit interesting and what will hopefully ultimately become quite exclusive. I think I'm going to keep it in the envelope for the time being. It is massive. I could get it framed and put it on the wall. Maybe something to think about in the future, I don't know. But still, pretty cool. But not as cool as this. So I went out and I did it. I bought it. I spent €50 on the art of Disneyland Paris, and what a gorgeous book it is as well. I will try and do a proper review of this in the next few weeks once I've had a proper chance to have a read of it. But let's just say it's beautiful inside and out. It's in French and English, so every paragraph is replicated in English and in French. But there are some beautiful pictures in there and it looks absolutely fantastic. I ummed and ahed about this the entire holiday. I kept going back into the Emporium and having a look at it. I kept thinking, can I afford the €50 to pay for it? Do I want it that much? And every time I thought, yeah, I do. But I talked myself out of it. And then Laura looked at me at one point and said, look, Chris, you work really hard. You do an awful lot. And all this money you spent on this holiday for all of us, get something for yourself for once. And she actually said, I'll buy it for you if you like. But I said, no, I'm going to buy it myself. So I did. And there we have it. I'm really, really excited to have a proper look at this. So that's my stuff. Where it gets more interesting, I think, is the kids' stuff. So I'm going to start with Lucas. Now, Lucas, he had very definite ideas about what he wanted to purchase with his money. He absolutely 100% wanted to get an autograph book, which he did. Here it is. Here's his autograph book. Now, we didn't do many meet and greets as it happens. We did queue for Stitch and we did go and meet Spider-Man. But then on the last day, we had a character breakfast. So we managed to meet 6 others there. So he's got some nice signatures in there. He's got Stitch. He's got Spider-Man. And then he's got like Geppetto and a few others. Eeyore and so on. But he desperately wanted to do this after doing the Minecraft videos that he did at Christmas, because when he was playing the Minecraft Disneyland, you could go around and get the autographs of all the different characters. You didn't have to queue on there. And so he really wanted to give it a go and do this time. So he did. So he got himself a 30th anniversary pen, a 30th anniversary autograph book, and there it is. He also desperately wanted to get some new ears, and the new ears he chose were the child. There we go. And actually, these are nice because they're comfortable. They don't dig into you at all. They're very comfortable on your head, but they are quite young, I think. They don't fit me particularly well. So he was very pleased with those as well. The other thing he really wanted to get was the web Slinger accessories. So on the web adventure, there are some accessories, some toys that you can buy that you can use on the ride to get a better score. And he really, really wanted to get these. They strap onto your arm, and then you've got a button here and you can press it. And as you do that in the game, you get more points than you would do if you just use your arms to do it. Unfortunately, when we went into the store the first time, we found out that you needed 2 parts to do this. One part was the power pack, that was €40, and the other part was the accessory that goes with it. So there's the Spider-Man one, an Iron Man one, and a Doctor Strange one, and they were €30 each. So if he wanted that, he had to spend €70 on it. And he walked out of the shop feeling really quite upset because he really, really wanted that. But at the same time, he knew that if he bought that, he'd have no money for anything else at all for the rest of the holiday. So he had a bit of a think about it all, and he decided, actually, I'm not going to get that. I'm going to get different things instead. And that's kind of where the whole idea of him buying presents for people came from as well. But he got a few other things. So what else did he get? He got a droid. He built himself a droid at Star Traders, and he actually also, at the same time, bought one for Ollie, so Ollie could make his own as well. So they're really cool. He actually has one of these from a few years ago as well, but they're interchangeable, so you can take all the parts off and you can change them up and make them all different if you want to, which is quite fun. I think he's got the Mickey the Magician hat on his head, on his other one. But when he built it last time, he made it exactly like R2-D2. He wasn't feeling very imaginative, whereas this time they used a few different bits to do it. They're really cool. He also bought himself a Captain America keyring. Really wanted that. So he got himself a Captain America keyring. Ollie got himself one of these as well. And he got himself a child keyring. These keyrings became quite a feature, and I think, Lucie, is because Bonnie has so many of them and they really like them, and they've taken a bit of a shine to them. So the boys have both got some of these. One of the things that they bought on the last couple of days, or Laura bought for them, was their Spider-Bot ones. So they've both got a Spider-Bot one as well. They came because they saw the ones that Bonnie had got on our first day there, and they really wanted one. But when we went back into Avengers Campus, they didn't have any in stock. Luckily, on our last day, they were back in stock, so we got a couple. And then what else did he get? He bought himself a couple of pins. There's definitely a theme with this. He got himself a child pin, and then he got himself, let me see if I can find the other one. I think it's on Ollie's. Hang on a second. Oh no, his pins have just fallen off. Here it is. He got himself a Lion King spinning pin. This one here. But the boys being boys, I got them both a lanyard each. So I got Ollie the Stitch one. You'll see there's a Stitch theme with Ollie's stuff as well. I got the Stitch one for Ollie, and I got a Droids one, a Star Wars Droids one for Lucas, and they've already started trading their pins with each other. So this one is now Oliver's pin, even though it was Lucas's when we left the parks. The last thing that Lucas got was actually a present from Ollie. Because Lucas had been so generous with everything, Ollie wanted to get Lucas a present, so he snuck the Infinity Gauntlet keyring and bought that for Lucas, which I thought was really nice, so he got that as well. Now for Ollie got a couple of pins. I promised him, because we'd got a couple of things with Lucas earlier, that I would get him a pin, and he went in to look for one that was Stitch, and he really, really liked this one because it's Pirates of the Caribbean, and this ride has become a bit of a favourite with Ollie on this last trip. He went on it 7 times. The rest of us managed 6. He went on 7 times. So yeah, he got that, and then Lucas bought him this pyjama stitch pin as well, which I think is really lovely. Yeah, so there we are. They're the pins that they got. Ollie's other stuff then, he got a load of key rings. Let's have a look if I can show you them. There you go. So he got a Stitch key ring, and he got the Captain America one, as I said, and he also got the Spider-Bot one as well. He also got himself a Black Panther key ring too. There you go, which is also very cool. Now, I said before about Pirates of the Caribbean. I took Ollie on Pirates of the Caribbean and we went and got our photo, and we were walking around the shop afterwards, and he spotted this and he really, really wanted it. So I'm a mug, so I bought it for him. And he wore that around and said, it's my treasure, I'm rich now. And he just kept putting it on and asking where his treasure was all the time, which I thought was lovely. So there we go. And we've got a pirate party next week, which I think he can wear it to, so that'll be quite cool. Couple more things then. Firstly, Ollie wanted ears as well, but he definitely wanted Stitch ears. He was all about Stitch this holiday. He wanted to go and see Stitch and do the meet and greet, which we did. He wanted to go and do Stitch Live, which we did twice. Well, he did twice. He wanted a Stitch plushie, which he got right here. I'm no angel. Yeah, he wanted the Stitch ears, which he's got here. He also asked for a Nala at one point, so he got a Nala as well. And I think this has come about from being in the restaurant with Bonnie on our first day at Vapiano's, but we didn't bring anything for the boys to do when we were not doing anything. So Laura, when she was out and about with Ollie, went and got him a book as well, just a notebook for him to do some drawings in, basically. And he's drawn some of the characters, and we've just scribbled generally, I think, quite a bit as well, but I had a really good time with it. So that's it, except that it's not it, because on our last day, our last full day, we went into Avengers Campus again, and we went back on Web Adventures. And when we came out at the other end, Laura had a little wry smile on her face because she'd not spent as much money on the holiday as she thought she had. And she decided that she was going to let the boys get the Web Accessories. So here we have the Power Pack. We have 2 of these. And on the Power Pack, it has a little projector thing. So if you just buy this for €40, you get a Power Pack that lights up a bit. It doesn't do much else, but it does have a torch accessory, so you can, project things onto the wall, Spider-Man and things like that. It's kind of cool, but it's a bit of nothing without the other pieces. So Ollie chose Iron Man, which is this one here, and this one, it shoots when you fire it, when you pull it back, and it shoots out a blast, but it also blows air, and you get some little furry balls with it that will blow up and like balance in the air when you turn it on. I'm not turning this on because unfortunately it appears to be damaged, so I'm at the moment in the process of sending it back so that we can replace it, hopefully, and he gets one that's working. What does work really well, however, is the Spider-Man one, and they just plug in like this, and you straight away you get a nice noise. And let's see if I can do it. When you push this button, it shoots out a rope and it pulls it back in. Bit of something and nothing, but the boys absolutely love these toys. They really, really love them. They haven't had a chance to use them on the ride because we couldn't go back on it again. But when we go next time, we'll pack these in the suitcase and we can take those and they can have a go with them. What they have done, though, is made a movie with these pieces. They did it as soon as they got home. It's set during the Civil War film. And I think I'm going to slot it in here.
Message for you, Spider-Man and Iron Man. You can't see me as Ant-Man struck me. This is part of the Civil War. Iron Man, come!
Yes, Spider-Man, what is it?
Iron Man!
Yes?
Ant-Man shrink! Ant-Man shrinked!
Captain America.
Captain America! And now he's gonna try and get us! Ah!
Okay, Spider-Man, where is his headquarters?
I don't know.
Play in the second room, downstairs, in a room with the big sofa.
In the room with the big sofa! No.
Downstairs?
Yes.
Okay, let's gear up.
Come on, Spidey. You can gear up, can't you? Go. Let's go, Spider-Man. There he is.
And that's about it. That's all we bought this time. We didn't buy masses and masses of stuff. Quite a lot of the things were very expensive though. But the big one for me was the pins, because I've never been really a massive fan of the pins, but so all of a sudden I can see the benefit of them and I can see the allure of them. So I really do think it's something that I might pay a bit more attention to in the future in those parks. But I'm going to be back with some other videos fairly soon. I'm going to do one on the meal plans, I'm going to do one on the buffets, and I'm also going to do one on the table service restaurants as well. I've eaten at most of those restaurants now, so it seems like something that I can give a bit of good information on. And we've used the food plans a number of times now. Every single time we've been, we've used full or half board, so I can give some really good hints and tips on how to get the most out of those and the best kind of way to use them. So that's what I'm going to be doing next time. All right, and that's it for now. So I guess, what is it Lucy says? Bye.